Yo, what up, PB? What up, Captured? Ooh, what it do, what it do? Let's play a little highlight intro and we'll get into it. Lather me in glory. I'm ready for Thimble Winter. I hope I don't get a splinter from catching my axe. No. All good, brother.
they're
Hope
lined
the
up
same.
nice.
Yes, I'm
God.
doing well.
What
All
if
things
it's in the
considered,
more
getting better each day. You know, time really does. What up, Ada? Captured Coder. What up? What up? Time really does heal all wounds.
Oh, this is Sparta!
Ladies, now's not the time. Gaspacho, your first hour here, and you're going for a 4-star meal. Anna, come get your boozy ass sister. Whoa. I didn't say that. Damn, she just fucking. She just. That was the definition of cash me outside, dude. Talking shit, and she was squared up to your boy instantly. For the Giants in the feed. Oh, did I just kill that bird? Oh my god, I just Randy Johnson that bird. With my oar. Nice, great kill. Hold on. I got another kill. I got 2 kills. Oh my god, that was clutch as fuck. Alright, but their flag, our flag is still there. Yeah, I'm running back with. I still don't have that outlet fixed, but I'm just using the overhead lights for now. Indeed. Yo, what you up to, PB? What's up with Chelsea, man? Granted, a lot of teams drew over these festive fixtures. I think on one of the days, on maybe Boxing Day, wasn't every result a draw? A lot of gentlemen's agreements. Like, dude, you don't want to go? No, all right, we won't go that hard either. All right, deal. I mean, we drew. Man, I don't even talk about it. Let's just say it's really hard to break some of these teams down, especially during this time of the year. Particular teams specifically. Let me get Newsday ready. Ooh, so I got a new phone last night as like a birthday present kind of thing. And I'm still having to set up a lot of the apps, including Instagram. I was about to try to post a story, but my like stream Instagram account isn't on there yet. And I don't feel like bothering with it right now, so we're just gonna do it next week. Yo, what up, Clipper? How you doing, sir? I heard a rumor. Slot. Damn. I don't know about that. This next result's big, right? But I don't know. You're after Vinicius? Ooh. Dude, the rumor's about to start swirling. I forgot. We got January transfer window. Wait, how did you know that? That's coming up. Damn, Clipper comes in and sneaks it. We'll do another one. Hold on. Single raffle. 20K, 20 seconds. Okay, 15K. I guess we'll do what the bots tell us to do. My birthday is on the 11th, so it's coming up. Speaking of which, might as well go to the back to the screen. Hold on. Skirt. Oh, not what we want. Okay, speaking of which, we got we need to postpone this, but birthday. We basically said we haven't started. That's probably confusing. I maybe should move that to midnight. We wanted to say it kind of started a little early. Obviously, we know how it goes. Birthday things. I guess we'll go to the 11th just to not confuse people if they look at that quickly. And then it goes to 8 a.m. the next morning, as one would. Maybe even 9 a.m. Maybe even noon. That way, people in the West Coast 9 a.m. You know what I mean? Boom, save this. Ooh, I got an idea. We'll figure that out. All right, we're at 11 minutes. We said we'd start Newsday at 20 minutes after into the stream. So, I guess we can do a couple things here. Let me get my chat back on the other monitor. Left over twice. Y'all really in for Vinicius? We need a wide player so bad. I did. This is not hindsight. I said this back in the summer and prior. Not even hating on Gakpo either. Like I wanted to. Wow, so bright, so bright. I wanted to keep Gakpo and Lucho. But one thing about letting Lucho go is he was basically the only one on our side really that could like truly take people on, truly get the ball in our own half and carry it and beat people and collapse structures. Okay, Clipper, there's some things I wanted to show you specific. Like I have this little section where like maybe people specifically I want to show, and then sports. Um, oh, yeah. Let us get one or two of them. Basically, learning how to make it rain. Lou, first time in a. I'm probably not first time, but in a proper strip club like Magic City. Poor Strasburg. Yeah, I wouldn't mention him now. My dream is one day, for those of age, we do a Garden of Creed meetup at a lot of places. We've talked about South Dakota or in Fargo. Uh, Another one needs to be Magic City. Is he just the interim manager, PB, or I haven't even paid attention. Or is he said to be permanent? I'll just call him that. Yeah, that's who I was on about. What does that even mean, Lou? I love Magic City. I love Magic City. All right, we'll get Newsday started now. Ooh, we got a good one. Like, look how many highlights I have. All right, boom. Let me get my blazer on and we'll get into it. This is another one that it's not necessarily a Newsday thing, but I wanted to go stream. A, iconic song. B, this music video is super cool.
Just one of those corners of my mind, and I just put it right back with the rest. That's the way it goes. Like, baby, you sing me out. Baby, you sing me out. I'm set adrift on one witness. Baby, you sing me out. Baby, you sing me out. I'm set adrift on one witness. A careless whisper from a careless man. A neutron dance for a neutron fan.
One more time.
I can't lie. She's just one of those corners of my mind, and I just put it right back with the rest. That's the way it goes. Like, baby, you sing me out. Baby, you sing me out. I'm set adrift on one witness. Baby, you sing me out. Baby, you sing me out. I'm set adrift on one witness. A careless whisper from a careless man.
This is the first article of Newsday. It's called Lowe's Employee Goes Missing. And you're like, I thought this was supposed to be wholesome stuff, Creed. We'll get there. Lowe's employee goes missing. Let me hide alerts. All right, hold on. I'm typing up a pinned message real quick. Typing up a pinned message, and then we'll get going. Classic PM Don. Really? I've never heard of that. Fear of a black hat? Okay, welcome in the first Newsday of 2026. I hope you had a good holidays. I hope you had a good New Year's Eve. Weren't too hungover going into New Year's Day. Unfortunately, my dogs let us down on New Year's Day. Lost to Ole Miss. We'll get into that at another point. First one of 2026. Super looking forward to it. This is a good one. We got a lot of like highlights on the thing. I think this was a very, very, very solid package. So let's get right into it. This first one, Lowe's employee goes missing.
Lowe's in Richmond, Virginia. Manager Mike Sida has always had a favorite employee. Cats can do that. Brought in a thermal drone to fly over the facility.
No way.
Even got a high-end 360-degree camera. Mike and Wayne loaded her up and drove her home immediately.
I have to say it. That guy's the frames. What up, Coder? That guy's the frames of his glasses match him perfectly.
Then rolled out the blue carpet.
Honestly, you got to dock her pay a little bit, though. I mean, they were gone. They just vanished and probably did a no-call, no-show.
Where she belongs.
I don't know. You say that, I think we should dock their pay. We're doing Newsday, Coder. What you know the vibes. The next one is dashing through / under the Aurora.
Right about the time I thought the night couldn't get any more perfect. Oh boy.
Two Rivers, Alaska.
Under that full
That's so
moon.
dope.
These guys are feeling good. Oh, oh, wait.
What up, Blue Jay?
Good job, dogs.
And while we're on the topic of auroras, this is an incredible footage shot from an astronaut in the space station. Hey, Blue Jay. What you mean? The Earth's flat, though. Yo, that's sick. Oh, that's fire. Yo, that's so fire. It's almost like a tidal wave above the planet. Like a cosmic wave. I mean, it kind of is. Like, literally, in a way, but you know what I mean? That's so dope. That's so dope. I just went over the states at the end. This next story is Walmart's drone delivery system. I said same,
Morning
attaboy.
grocery delivery by drone taking flight for millions of shoppers. The world's largest retailer, Walmart, revealing here exclusively on GMA, its expanded drone delivery program starts today in Metro Atlanta in partnership with Wing.
Atlanta's that first stop in our significant expansion with them. And so we'll be heading.
That was a unit of a drone. Like, okay, you know those big cargo planes, like the cargo Bob in Grand Theft Auto 5? That's like the drone version of that.
From here to Houston, we'll be in Charlotte, we'll be in Tampa and Orlando.
Stores in Bentonville, Arkansas, and the Dallas-Fort Worth area already using these lightweight drones for fast.
Lightweight, yeah, but I mean they're the size of my torso. I feel like they could carry me. They probably can carry me. Yo, super sorry to hear that captured. I hope you're feeling better. Blue Jay and myself spent a lot of time. There's a lot of us who's probably spent a lot of times in hospitals the last couple months, not gonna lie. Some for our own health, some for newborn babies, some for tongue-tie operations on their infants, and some for loved ones. Hope you're feeling better. Like a box of cereal and some bread, yeah, for real.
Delivery, and some TikTokers are intrigued.
So what do you think?
That's cool.
At this Walmart in Woodstock, Georgia, 12
fleet.
drones sit on individual charging pads until an order comes in through the Wing app.
We'll pack it up for you, load it onto the drone, and then it's going to fly to your house in under 5 minutes.
The drones carry packages up to 2.5 pounds and fly within a 6-mile radius of a store, avoiding traffic, stop signs, and pedestrians. Popular items for delivery often include medicine, ice cream, eggs, and even a small rotisserie chicken.
We've lost the plot here. Okay, medicine, 100%. A, duh. And then B, most of it's durable, right? Like, other than maybe some, like, diabetic shot, they're like insulin, but like a lot of the stuff, pill-wise, it goes in a bottle, and it being dropped or even lowered or from a drone, I'm okay with that. It gets a little rough, fine. But two of the 4 there are like quintessential, no, that doesn't seem like something I would want droned. I wouldn't want dropped. Eggs in particular, obviously, but arguably the rotisserie chicken, at least like frozen chicken, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's lowering them very softly.
We give the Wing app a spin.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah, ice cream I can understand from like a luxury standpoint, but from like a surviving falls and any kind of like rough and tumble while this drone delivery system is still very much in its infancy.
Open. I have a few items I need. Let's get some eggs,
tomatoes,
Yeah.
lime,
Okay. My bad. Okay. Ice cream may be as imperative as medicine. That's on me.
and Tylenol. And then you just add up your order, submit it, and now we wait. Outside, we look for the delivery. So we've been tracking our package on the app, and it gives you an actual countdown clock. I think I hear it. Oh, there it is. Look, it's here.
Did that house?
The drone hovers about 150 yards above the ground, then slowly lowers the package on a tether. Wow.
I mean, that. Notice how they cut that pretty quick. That was probably fine, but a lot of times it might come in a little hot. I just feel like it's not always the smoothest landing.
It's just the latest example of companies trying to speed up their delivery times. Amazon.
Oh, hold on, and I wish I could rewind it. On that last frame, that their like charging dock was basically in the parking lot of the Walmart. That's kind of
Unveiling
wicked.
Amazon Now, billed as ultra-fast delivery in 30 minutes or less. Uber Eats using robots for food delivery.
Ooh, we did a NUESDAY on one of those in Atlanta, and there was one in Atlanta, and its name was like DeAndre or something, and there was a video of two black women, and they're looking at it, and they're like, oh, ain't no way they named it DeAndre, and it being in Atlanta. Can't fly a drone. I think that's how this what the saying how the saying goes.
Also experimenting with drones.
We're seeing more technology from robots, driverless cars, drones, and it's no longer the future's coming. The future's actually here.
And guys, this location here in Woodstock, Georgia is just one of 6 locations across Georgia that are getting that drone delivery service starting today. 4 other states will get access early next year. And then the hope is to continue expanding until this is now nationwide. Now, as for concerns about safety and privacy, the company says they do follow FAA guidelines and they don't have cameras on the drones to track people during the delivery. And their payload is pretty light. And in addition to all of that, they do have sensors on these drones to make sure they're avoiding obstacles during the delivery. So in short, take a look here. The future is here, guys.
I mentioned it the size of my torso. Now I'm probably a little taller than her, a little larger torso, but that thing is considerably larger than her torso and her head and some of her legs.
All right, Faith.
That thing is huge.
Wow. Pretty incredible. That is incredible. It's pretty great. You're the best, Faith. Thank you. Coming up.
Incredible. Okay, next one. Women using solar stoves. Oaxaca. Mylar panels. Harness the sun's heat.
Evito gastar gas, leña.
I avoid
pues,
spending
ya
on
que
gas,
también
firewood,
nuestro
especially
monte,
because last
el año pasado
year there was a serious fire on our mountain.
Hubo incendio muy grave en nuestro
And even
monte.
so, collecting firewood is hard.
A pesar de eso, pues, para recolectar
sun,
leña
easy.
también, aunque el monte es demasiado grande, ¿verdad? Pero nos ahorramos porque así no inhalamos humo.
That's another good point.
Y cuidamos al medio ambiente,
Based.
¿no?
Sure. Less firewood needed. But like it's also just kind of cool, right? It's like you're using a satellite dish.
Extremo que estamos sintiendo en este momento y todos los días que hay sol a nuestro favor en el sentido de que vamos a cocinar con ese sol intenso, vamos a cocinar con esa luz que
Yo, their fits go bonkers.
es nuestra fuente de calor y que nos va a ayudar a producir nuestros alimentos. De esa manera estamos ahorrando combustibles fósiles. De esa
But
manera.
I wonder how hot can it get? Like, there's got to be probably a limitation on what you can actually cook
Estamos
with this.
contrarrestando también ese mismo
Based.
calentamiento global,
We get it.
aprovechándolo.
It helps. It's good for the environment. I just want to know what we can cook with it. Can't get like TVs, anything glass. Oh yeah, ads. Okay, speaking of indigenous, this next segment, I'm getting so much better at sequencing them, guys. Ancient canoes found in Wisconsin Lake.
Archaeologists have discovered even.
Okay, and we talked about wanting to linger on each story a little longer in case we wanted to talk about it. Solar stoves vary widely in heat, with simple panel cookers reaching about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Insulated box. Ooh. So you can cook a lot of things depending on how hot you can get it. They're up in the mountains. So when they get the sunlight, I bet you that thing is beaming, dude. Okay. Ancient canoes found in Lake Mendota in Wisconsin.
More ancient canoes lurking at the bottom of Madison's Lake Mendota. One of those wooden boats is believed to be more than 5,000 years old. Historians zeroed in on a shallow area of Lake Mendota in 2021 when divers pulled out a dugout canoe estimated to be 1,200
That's wicked.
years old.
When we were at the museum, I don't know if while this is going, I'm gonna see if there's a picture of it. But for those that don't know, and just one final time, since it is on Newsday right now, it's a good time to show this finally. Me and the nephew and Blue Jay, the sis, we did 2 escape rooms. This is a picture inside the escape room before we started it. And we did 2 escape rooms and the museum, a museum. So this is the Vietnam War section. It's in the Discord if you want to look at these pictures. There's your boy. Okay. One of the things, there's a lot of cool things. The revolver words. Hold on. Okay, he must have not uploaded them yet. But one of the pictures we took was, and it's a cool little exhibit at this museum, but basically on the it like basically runs from left to right, and on the far left it's a giant tree trunk. Not touched, really, just toppled over. And then as it goes from left to right, it's more and more whittled into a canoe. And you can kind of see the progression of how you would take a log and carve it down. Really cool. I bring that up because when we saw that, I was like, ooh, I got a canoe story coming up for Newsday. And anyways,
since then,
I couldn't remember if he had posted. I know he took a picture, but I couldn't remember if you put it in the Discord.
Wisconsin Historical Society has discovered more very old canoes buried in the same area of the inlet.
The question I posed, though, Clipper, would you trust... How do I word this? Like, would you cook almost anything in one of those? If assuming you can read the temperature and saw that it got like above 350?
Inland Lake. The latest discoveries came earlier this year, which brought the total number of canoes in the cache up to...
Canoe. Incredible. I can't remember if that's picked up in the VOD. Hopefully it is. Okay, anyways.
16.
Dude, you know what's crazy though? I'm not gonna lie. It took me a couple pass-throughs there, Clipper, to see what you did there. I had to, like, first I was like, can't. Then I was like, is it a Canada thing? And dude, yeah, wow,
The
well
latest
done.
round of discoveries includes a red oak canoe that's estimated to be 5,200 years old.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong thing. I meant to
canoe
hit you with the little.
ever to have been discovered in the Great Lakes region.
Okay, that's pretty sick. Let's get back into the groove of it. Next one. We were gonna do, y'all might remember last Newsday was the day before New Year's Eve. So I had saved some stories to show on like a New Year's Eve special Newsday and do the second year in a row. I wound up not streaming that. And anyways, so we're gonna show those now. And this was a cool one, I thought.
Song that everyone sings on New Year's Eve. The tune is familiar, but you kind of just hum along because you don't know the words or what it's even called. Yeah, that's it. Well, it's called Auld Lang Syne. Traditionally, we sing it to bid farewell to last year at the stroke of midnight. If the words Auld Lang Syne don't sound like English to you, it's because they're not. It's written in Scots, a language that was spoken in Scotland commonly until the 1700s.
Until the dang English took it from us.
Poet Robert Burns wrote the song way back in 1788. Burns claims to have transcribed the text as he listened to an old man singing a traditional Scottish.
Honestly, speaking of that concept, now granted, this movie is about Northern Ireland, maybe Ireland, but it's a movie called Kneecap, and it's about a rap group in Northern Ireland, and they rap, and they like try to preserve the native tongue. Super dope, super dope
Song.
movie.
So what does Auld Lang Syne mean? The Scots title translates to Old Long Since. Burns's poem reflects on days gone by and encourages people to have a drink to mark the occasion. So it makes complete sense why we'd sing it on New Year's Eve. The version we usually hear after the ball drops is just one verse and the chorus. The full poem actually has 5 verses.
Too long.
It's been recorded in many languages. That's the Turkish version. Every style imaginable. Salsa.
Ooh, I like this. I love this little edit or montage.
Punk rock. Ukulele. So this year at your New Year's party, reflect back on the time that has passed. Maybe lift your glass to Robert Burns, the man who...
What are the chances that Ken Burns is a descendant of Robert Burns? I feel like it's pretty high. It's
wrote
gotta
that
be.
song everyone sings on New Year's. You know the one. Auld Lang Syne.
Pretty cool. Okay, so if you followed my Clash Royale journey, you might know that the Dart Goblin, no, that's not his name. What's his name? I think that's his name, Dart Goblin. I've from the jump called him the Puka Puka. Well, because that's what I thought the mask creature was in Crash Bandicoot, but it's actually his. I wound up being reminded his name was Aki, I think. Anyways, this story is about Kiwi Puku Puku chicks found in New Zealand.
Is one of the biggest conservation surprises of the year. The discovery of Kiwi Puku Puku on the mainland, and now the discovery of 2 tiny chicks. Dock rangers say the little spotted kiwi we once thought to be extinct on mainland New Zealand, but a small breeding population has now been confirmed in the remote Westland backcountry. This is very exciting, right?
This is an amazing discovery. It's sort of one of those things that we as conservationists and rangers sort of dream about. Earlier this year, we discovered the Kiwi Puku Puku.
I think in one of our very first news days of 2025, we talked about the saber-tooth, like, kitten being, like, the fossil being found, and then later the dire wolf pups, like, being brought from extinction.
Population sort of in the backcountry
Start
of
2026, kind of the
to
same.
begin with,
Look how
we
cute
thought
that
it
thing
may
is.
only be
Puku Puku.
sort of a lone remaining bird or a lone remaining pair. And a couple of weeks ago, we lifted 2 eggs from a breeding pair. We then went in like a week later, and we're expecting to lift another 2 eggs. But when the team went in there to lift those eggs, they reached in, and lo and behold, 2 kiwi chicks were sitting at the burrow entrance, staring back at them. To date, we've discovered, I think, 9 kiwi puka puku in the area.
And the reason you're lifting them is because they're so vulnerable in the wild?
If we were to leave kiwi in the wild with no predator control, they've got about a 5% chance of survival.
Oh, wow.
And that's our bigger kiwi species. So these guys are much smaller than our bigger kiwi species. We want to give them the best chance of survival.
Hold on, I'm texting some people about Newsday. Okay, next. So we have a couple sections within Newsday. We have a meme where it's kind of more trolly, just funny, stupid Instagram or like social media post. Not necessarily Newsday stuff. And so here's the first one. This is, you'll see.
That we change the national anthem to Smooth by Rob Thomas and Santana.
Chad Kroger. Council, what up? JT just brought the heat there, and I'm here to boost his message with an acoustic rendition of Smooth, just to further wet your beaks on this proposal. Man, it's a hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun. Well, I hear you whisper and the words melt everyone.
The chick in the back is
stay
digging it.
So cool.
I love that.
My Munaquita, my Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa. You're my reason for reason to step in my groove. And if you said this life ain't good enough, I can give my world to lift you up. I could change my life to better suit your mood.
Everyone.
Because you're so smooth. Hell yeah. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. Yeah, it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of
There's a lot of good contenders for what should be the national anthem other than what we have.
love and that could be so smooth, yeah.
They're cracking up in the
Your
back.
heart, make it real,
Oh,
or else
else
forget about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dude, the councilmen are just like, what the heck? Okay, so the next one, using Creed to sell cars. Oh, we're dropping frames. No, we're throttling. Not for long, not for good, not for needed. We haven't talked about, that is not, I sound a little bit more in key and in the pocket than they did, in all fairness. In all fairness, I think, at least I like to tell myself that. Yo, speaking of which, the last several streams have been real good about not throttling. I don't know if you've noticed, Clipper. It's been real cool. And at all y'all who are, here a lot and can notice the ebbs and flows of it. Okay, using Creed to sell cars. Get it, guy? Get it? Because it's a Kia Edge or Ford Edge. The 6 feet is so far down. Okay, the last one in this little meme section for this week is bear fights inflatable reindeer. Yo, it's actually a family of them. Dude, that reindeer had stood no chance. This GIF, hold on. Looks like meat's back on the menu, or not. They thought. Dude, that's probably like a $300, $250 Christmas decoration, too. That's just getting devoured. Although it's standing on its leg, it's trying to fight back. Oh, no.
Blow up reindeer 1 bears nothing.
Yeah, reindeer is still kind of kicking in the end, but that thing is gone. So last week or 2 weeks ago, we showed Lambert. Yo, what up, Hoodie? We showed, what up, my guy? How's the first day back at school? So 2 weeks ago, we showed Lambert High School. It's a super academic school in Georgia, and they compete for something called iGym. And this is kind of just like a little refresher because there was a follow-up story.
I'm hoping we finish top 10, but even that, I don't know. We'll see.
That would be top 10 out of 140 teams.
Fingers crossed, arms crossed,
knock on wood.
Knock on wood, everything.
We're here to celebrate each and every one of you for all of your hard work, creativity, and enthusiasm.
Lambert High School was the only U.S. school to place in the high school top 10 in iGym, an international synthetic biology competition. The other top teams included one from South Korea, 1 from Taiwan, and 7 from China.
On iGEM's final day, it was time to see what a year of work had earned Lambert High School.
The nominees are?
It was a nail-biter. They were nominated in 5 different categories and kept getting edged out. They didn't win the grand prize. That went to China's Great Bay.
So the winners are?
But there was joy. They got to storm the stage for Best Software Tool.
Congratulations. Great job. Great job.
Hell yeah.
We thought our project was
USA.
amazing. We're very-
USA.
Your project was amazing.
We're very proud of it, but it's what the judges think at the end of the day.
You're in the top 10
Yes.
in the world.
Yes.
Lambert was the only American school to finish in the high school top 10, along with 1 team from South Korea, 1 from Taiwan, and 7 from China.
Okay, so that was kind of like a recap of what we had seen. Ooh, we're throttling again. No. This is what I ultimately wanted to show y'all. So that same high school had students who have found a breakthrough on detecting Lyme disease quicker.
Showed they could detect Lyme.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. We're waiting for that to get under control. So I don't know how choppy I was there, but basically showing those ultimately was building up to this upcoming story where that same high school, Lambert, have just had a breakthrough in discovering and detecting Lyme disease quicker. Oh yeah, I will. I think it's better now, right?
As early as 2 days after infection, far sooner than the 2 weeks
days
with
after
existing
infection.
tests. Senior Claire Lee told us they also saw promising results in treating the disease.
Doctors will be able to use this to identify Lyme disease and perhaps treat Lyme disease.
That's the goal.
What do you think of that?
We're doing something in our high school lab that could potentially have a huge
So like some students are competing and doing things in bio what did it say? Synthetic biology, and other ones are along the same line, they're using this CRISPR
impact for like millions of people. It's not like we're just saying like, oh, I'm just doing this little thing that like it might help my grade. This thing could help save lives.
What they found is just the first step. Much more testing will be needed. But they had more immediate concerns. They raced to finish before the international competition in Paris, pulling all
which I
nighters
think's the
to write
iGEM.
results, code, and build a website explaining their project for the iGEM judges. It takes all that to be best in the world, the award Lambert won in 2022.
Why do you do it?
I like to win, and so a lot of this is a competition, so I like to win.
You think you have a really good chance?
I think it depends on what the other teams bring.
All right, that's pretty sick. Okay, so this next one is another 2-parter. First, Dr. Pepper's jingle. So initially it starts with this young lady saying she has a theme song idea for Dr. Pepper.
Song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
Oh, so you mean like...
And so this guy then took that like vocal stem and...
Baby, it's good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Ooh, Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice.
So good. Very catchy. Sorry if that's now going to be stuck in your head. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Someone had the line, they were like, the second verse or second little hook can be, and it's good on ice or with ice or something like that. And it's good on with whatever. There's also, what's funny is, so I had set this up to show this on Newsday as soon as I could about a week ago, where I was, today I was looking on blurps which is like one of those sound alert things. And lo and behold, there is that Dr. Pepper's jingle on there. It's incredible. Anyways, one more
I have a
time.
theme song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this.
It helps prevent lice. I don't know if that's true, but I like it.
Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
Oh, so you mean like...
I mean, this guy cooked with this, though. Which, okay, speaking of music like this, if y'all can help, or if y'all can remember, if y'all are still here, etc., try to help me remember at the end of Newsday to show y'all the song, if y'all haven't already seen or heard it, called Gas Station by this young dude. If you didn't know better, you would think the song was straight out of the 70s, but it's like a 4-month-old song. And, yeah, it's super fire. It refills twice. Okay, so that initially I came on my feed. I wanted to show for Newsday. In the interim, I saw this video. If you can't hear what they're saying, they're going, Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice.
Dr. Pepper, baby. Dr. Pepper, baby.
Yo, they got some okay, if you've played Grand Theft Auto 5 online and you've done the casino and you know the decorations you can get on your walls, that's what he's got. And I'm saying that as a compliment. Fire.
Dr. Pepper, baby.
I love the do-do-do as a family. Dr. Pepper, baby. And then the little girl sings the next part and then do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay, this next Newsday story is another follow-up. Recently we showed the story of a young girl who was basically left to walk to school in Detroit, including in the snow. And the story we showed was of the gentleman who got out of his car and walked with her to school and make sure she got straight, basically. So this is a follow-up on that.
Parents of the little girl who wandered through the freezing cold have now been arrested. They sent their 6-year-old daughter out to walk to school alone in harsh winter weather. She is only 6 years old. The person who filmed the video said she had no shoes, no hat, and was shaking from the cold. How could any parent allow such a young child to walk to school alone in freezing temperatures? She had already walked nearly 10 blocks by herself. It would take only a few seconds for someone to take her. The little girl looked confused and shivering, as if she had no idea where she was. The man kept repeating to himself, "Who lets a child walk outside like this?" Because he was afraid of being mistaken for a kidnapper, he didn't dare put her in his truck. So he chose to walk beside her, block after block, until he finally got her to the school. Shaking with anger, he called the police. Some people should not be parents. This child could have disappeared at any moment. When they finally reached the school...
So really, the first part was just updating that the parents got arrested. The second part was recapping the story that we showed on Newsday. So the next story is, which is incredible. This guy again. This next one, they're called magic waves, and there was one off the coast of Western Australia.
Spectacle as Mother Nature unleashes. Producer Chris White discovering this unique wave by accident 60 kilometres off WA's south coast.
And it's been on my mind ever since, like wanting to go back there.
And so the mission began, returning years later to the remote location with mate Ben Allen.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell my family or wife where I was going.
The pair capturing the spectacle with a drone.
That's it. Oh, that's cool. It kind of like, dude, that's some Odyssey shit. Whirlpool. Yeah.
From a jet ski.
Oh my God. It's so raw.
Like it's perfectly getting pulled. The tide is pulling it in and out like he's like perfect.
The video
Rhythm.
doesn't capture how big that wave actually is, and to be that close to it, to hear it, and then get all the spray all over you and the energy coming from that, it's like nothing else, hey? It's insanely like scary because we're so far removed from any help.
Posted to Instagram, the video viewed more than 7 million times in 2 days.
Every time someone talks about it or I see the video, I get goosebumps. And yeah, it was pretty special when we arrived and saw that spout going up.
Experts at UWA keen to take a look.
It seems to be some sort of combination of sort of the perfect swell condition and then the reef geometry and the water depths.
Reef geometry. Yeah, that's a phrase that I had in my pocket.
At the site.
Reef
Chris
geometry.
White and Ben Allen now plan to return to the site, taking with them their surfer mates who hope to become the first people to ride this incredible wave. But they're keeping the location a secret for now.
Oh, gatekeeping the magic wave.
Definitely a freak of nature. Like I've travelled the entire world looking for waves like that.
Sarah Smith, 9.
What's cool is, so it does that, makes like a perfect little wormhole looking thing almost. I guess like whirlpool is not the exact, so not Odyssey, but then it super wave.
News.
Very short. Okay, next story. This dude powers his home with discarded vapes.
And I've been collecting hundreds and hundreds of disposable vapes. I've been ripping out the rechargeable cells from them and using them to build an e-bike battery to power my e-bike. I built a Powerwall to power my house, and next I'm going to try and power a car. So over the last 7 months, I've collected about 500 of these vapes. I've been extracting all of the batteries, charging them all up, testing them to make sure they all work okay, been combining them all together, and then, yeah, I've ended up with this massive Powerwall that should theoretically be able to power my house for about 8 to 10 hours. So I first came up with this idea after noticing loads of people puffing on these things, seeing them run out of battery and throw them straight in a bin. And as an engineer, I think that's ridiculous because these obviously have lots of important components.
That is a good point. As that industry grows and grows, the like husk and batteries and the just in general the pins and cartridges and stuff like that are all going to be a lot of waste.
Inside of them. So I took one apart,
Agreed,
noticed it has a fully rechargeable battery. So I've been trying to raise awareness about this ridiculous source of e-waste by making videos where I build crazy big battery packs out of it.
That's wicked. I think there's a follow-up that I meant to include, but I didn't, so I'll show it next week where it like shows the actual car cranking. But right now, we're gonna next one. This area, if you've ever seen aerial shots of Barcelona, you'll know this stretch of buildings and how they're like perfectly all squared.
It is the district of Eixample, a distinctive grid of 520 square blocks spanning almost 8 square kilometres. It was designed and built in the mid-19th century as the city was undergoing a huge expansion thanks to the Industrial Revolution. And the man responsible was a Catalonian civil engineer named Ildefons Cerdà.
So Ildefons Cerdà is this massive legend in the world of urban planning. And it's because he was one of the first people to think of a city not just as a collection of buildings, but from a much more holistic view, where you're not just cramming in people, you're actually thinking about the physical well-being of the people who will live there. And to achieve that...
Oh, how dare they do that? You don't do that.
He went into some crazy levels of detail. So there were all sorts of things that he was taking into account. For starters, he was obsessed with ventilation. He tried to calculate the amount of air that one person needed to breathe and then changed the size of the buildings accordingly. He also didn't want there to be any road accidents, so he went through the records of previous accidents, realised they often happened on narrow streets, and so made sure that his roads were wide enough to allow for the free flow of pedestrians and horse-drawn carriages at the same time. Horse-drawn carriages, though, quite difficult to take them round corners, and so he included these chamfered edges that would allow the flow to be as easy as possible.
Fire! That's actually really cool. No, I want to see the whole this is just a sample. That's really cool, though. So the next segment of Newsday is a short little sports one, and we start. This one's real cool. Even if you don't like football, even if you don't like sports, peep this. Watch what this punter
You might
does.
have witnessed the greatest punt in the history of the NFL.
I don't know about all
this is a
that,
punt.
but
turn it off now if you
in terms of accuracy, this is insane.
a sicko. With just under 2 minutes left, the Rams were only up by 2 and had to punt from midfield. The Seahawks had a timeout and seemed poised to drive down and kick a field goal to win the game. But then,
out of bounds inside the one.
yeah.
Wow. Ethan Evans.
I mean, as good of a coffin corner punt as you can get. Literally hits the front of the pylon. As he's exclaiming here, which is so true, you couldn't walk the football and place it any better.
And place the ball in a better spot for that moment.
Didn't even need to
This
be
weekend,
downed. Didn't even need to be downed by his teammates. Okay, next one. 3-year-old becomes ranked in chess.
3-year-old Indian boy has become the youngest player in chess history to earn an official rating. Sarvagya Singh Kushwaha surpassed the minimum requirement at the age of just 3 years, 7 months, and 20 days. He broke the previous record by about a month by winning 5 of his 8 rated matches. According to local media, the toddler, who's still in nursery school, enjoys playing chess up to 5 hours a day.
Wicked. All right, and then Top Golf net topples after ice storm. Oh.
What?
John, did you do that?
Dr. Pepper, baby. That would be kind of wicked. Also, it would be kind of fun to hit golf balls in that situation, not gonna lie. Okay, so that's it for the sports section. We're gonna pivot over to YouTube real quick. So let me do this. And now that I actually have an ad blocker, I got to do this a little differently. Oh, we're throttling again, which is okay because we're pivoting anyways. Dr. Pepper, baby. It's good and nice. Okay, if we're going to do it like this, though, we got to find a different place for chat. Also, we're still throttling. Dude. Dr. Pepper, baby. It's good and nice. Throttling again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gamble, gamble. Ooh. Finally lost it. Okay, I think we're back. We're back. We're back. Go back. Okay. Hold on. Wait. If I'm going to do it like this, though, it gets a little tricky with the copyright stuff. I guess we just do. And we got to remember to turn that off. We're going back to that system.
Listen to the crowd. You can see it moving. This is the place to be. The heart of the crossroads of the...
Obviously, the evolution of the New Year's Eve ball.
Get ready to grab someone you love.
It is electric. It is incredible. I feel so blessed. And this is going to be a great year, everybody. Let's all concentrate on that.
And it's coming.
10, 9,
8, 7,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Happy New
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Slowly going to
Okay,
lower.
this next one. Students at the University of Texas Arlington solved decades-old cold case.
The family of Cynthia Gonzalez didn't know if this day would ever come.
The grief never subsided. It came in waves year after year.
September of 1991, the 25-year-old mother left for work and was never seen alive again. Her body found days later in Johnson County, a killer never identified until today, with the arrest of 63-year-old Janie Perkins for capital murder.
When we launched our partnership with UTA, we always told that we'll get a moment like this.
With no full-time cold case unit, Arlington PD turned to UT Arlington.
Wait, they have no full-time cold case unit, so they work with the school and their criminology department, I guess?
Is basically a culmination of things that should be happening.
Giving a select group of criminology students rare access to the Gonzalez case file.
So we had to comb through about 400 or 500 files, photographs from the crime scene.
I wonder what kind of, like, do they have to sign stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there, like, confidentiality violations? What's going on there?
Leading detectives to re-question Perkins, a friend who shared a love interest with Gonzalez.
Miss Perkins knew information that only a killer would know.
The development shocking to Jessica Roberts, who was just 6 years old when her mother was murdered.
I am so grateful for this program, and I am so proud of these students at UTA, and I'm so thankful for what they have done and the time that they've spent and the effort they've put into this case.
The students emotional too. This is the moment detectives told the class an arrest had been made.
We are so.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Sorry, what's a bummer about the throttling thing is it's like I don't like I can't. It's harder to watch this monitor because I'm looking over here to check to see if my if I'm throttling, which I am. Again.
Honored that we get to help give the family some peace of mind now.
And hope to other victims' families still waiting.
And I just am so thankful, and I hope that they are able to solve so many more cases.
Katie Blakey, NBC5.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Man, dude. Okay, it's still doing it. We're down to the final 7, so I'm gonna try to push through. Hopefully I hope it's not too bad. Next one, Disney World employee gets hurt saving guest.
And new tonight, during what is historically the busiest week of the year at Walt Disney World, a terrifying moment at Hollywood Studios. A stunt gone wrong during a live show was caught on video and is now going
That's
viral.
gotta be Indiana Jones.
Hundreds of park guests watched as a massive prop boulder suddenly went off track.
That's got to be Indiana Jones. Oh, yeah,
A
yeah.
Disney cast member was knocked to the ground by that prop that weighs hundreds of pounds.
Yo, so first off, it's clearly coming off his track, and it's going to go towards the crowd, so Homeboy throws himself in front of it.
Now, this happened yesterday during
We
the
try to like that. We're not stopping it. Dude, that's
Indiana
crazy.
Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Channel 9's Ashlyn Webb is live outside Disney World, and Ashlyn, some guests say they thought it was part of the show.
That was until that cast member stood back up, his head bleeding. Tonight, that employee is being praised after he physically
Hey, yeah, with how Disney is, you would assume that it was all part of the show. And then they're like, that motherfucker's bleeding. Like, he is hurt. Look at the ears, by the way, and like so many structures. Dude.
blocked that 400-pound prop boulder that was heading right towards the audience with young children. Flipping cars.
I've actually gone to the Indiana Jones exhibit, but I don't remember that part of it at all with the giant boulder. I do remember this part vividly.
Thrilling explosions, and intense stunts. Indiana Jones' Epic Stunt Spectacular has been one of Hollywood studios' main attractions for more than 3 decades, showing movie magic come to life. This is what one of the riskiest stunts is supposed to look like. But Tuesday,
look over there, Ray.
The audience watched as the boulder rolled off its track and towards the audience.
That's coming right for us.
Videos show a cast member jumping in front of the 400-pound prop, acting as a human shield to the hundreds sitting in the amphitheater show. Video member jumping in front of the 400-pound.
I can honestly see why they probably thought it was all part of the show. The way he
acting as
it's
a
almost,
human shield to the.
Because he doesn't seem concerned, really, about it. You know.
That's coming right for us.
I mean, he other than
Videos
but
show
like
a cast
he's just like.
Member jumping in front of the 400-pound
Dude, that thing rocks him. This other
acting
angle,
as a
look how
human shield to the hundreds sitting in the amphitheater show. Video shows the cast member's head bleeding. Many people now calling the cast member a hero, saying his quick thinking saved those in the crowd.
He literally saved our lives.
Walt Disney World told us safety is at the heart of what we do, and that element of the show will be modified as our safety team completes a review.
That part of the show, yeah, the big boulder, 400 pound. We might take that part out. We're just gonna take that part out
what happened.
for now.
This isn't the first time the show has been in the news for a cast member's injuries. An actor fell from a rope 20 feet high in the early 2000s, and in 2009, a Bulgarian stuntman died from his injuries during a show's rehearsal. He was performing a tumbling role when he hit his head.
Oh wait, so hold on. Okay, I thought the footage that they just showed of the ball going over the guy was of the moment of the dude dying. I was like, damn, they just showed us that? That thing is dangerous. Holy shit.
According to the stuntman,
dude,
fell from a rope 20 feet high in the early 2000s, and in 2009, a Bulgarian. According to the Disney app, the show is back up and running. They had 6 scheduled just for today. We have reached out to OSHA to see if there is any investigation because of those safety concerns. Reporting from Walt.
Wicked. Since we are throttling, we are going to skip. So one of the longer stories, and it's not necessarily wholesome, but I do find this is one of those that I found interesting. It's about Dollar General, and they're doing some shady tactics, some real shady tactics. But it's also like 7 minutes long, and with us throttling, we're going to skip that. So we're going to go to Dentist Therapy Dog.
A lot of progress has been made to make dental care more affordable, but that doesn't always ease anxiety.
Yeah, dogs come in handy there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's like a dog day for everything.
I know they're right. Yeah, there is.
I think it's great.
Well, Austin's here, and yeah, you talk about anxiety sometimes for folks when they go to the dentist, but there's a type of therapy. I don't know if it's necessarily new. I mean, I've heard sometimes dogs help, but you went and checked this out at one dentist's office.
Yeah, you know, I'm the type of person who when I'm getting out of the car at the dentist's office, I'm already shaky. Like, I'm just...
You're all about the nitrous, aren't you?
Oh, I mean, I had
nitrous
2 procedures
oxide
done in April, and nitrous for both of them, and it was a big difference. But one of the things that, helps me is knowing that there are so many things that the dentist and hygienist can do to ease and limit discomfort and pain. And I just learned about another one that can even, for those of you who are just as nervous as me, this might help. Okay, here we go. Hey, you've got this. You're good. You're good.
How are you cleaning that area?
I brush half a day and I half at night. That translates to
dude, it's doing it
twice.
again. Oh my gosh. Bummer slummer. So it basically has nothing to do with me deleting or like closing out of programs or not. Nothing to do with me changing my encoder preset. Just boo-boo town. Hold on, what if I
the day and I floss at night.
Yeah, your gums are a little inflamed around there.
Yeah, I know.
First dose, 2 tablets.
But how about a dose of something good? Brentwood Dental Excellence has a new doctor.
He brings a calmness to your appointment.
Hey, Ty.
Sir, are you licensed?
Part of his training was to take him to dental offices as a puppy.
How How about that?
It's so good to see you again, boy.
Chai is their therapy dog. The Golden Doodle is a certified good boy. He's patient while seeing patients.
He will lay throughout the procedure.
He's patient while seeing patients. I see what they did there.
Just like that.
He goes room to room, patient to patient. Sorry, just gonna sneak around you. Thank you.
They're so smart because they can sense the anxiety with certain patients.
Dr. Asma Malik intended for Chai to be a part of the practice, and Chai fits like a tooth in its socket.
Once they realize they're in a safe place, and then having Mr. Chai on top of that.
Are you still nervous? I think this is the real treatment.
Come over here, buddy. Come here.
And he doesn't even seem to know. Oh, good boy.
Give us a kiss. Oh my goodness, he did.
He adheres to all of the job responsibilities, but he expects fair compensation.
Sit, shake.
As he should.
Other paw. All right.
Dental anxiety might be the reason we put off appointments or skip them, right? But
Okay, as we know, sometimes this can go away after a certain amount of time for hours. So I'm not gonna let myself get too frustrated. I'm just gonna take a quick break and just step away and play some tunes, and hopefully it's not too laggy. Be at least. All right, let's see. All right, let's see if we can actually finish it out. We're gonna finish it out. Finishing Newsday out. This is a gorgeous shot. Okay, back to the dental.
Someone like Chai,
He's a gentleman.
a dapper dude, look at that tie, can help ease the pain.
Thanks, Chai.
I'm telling you, if it's me and I'm at the dentist, that makes a big difference. I think it's just because even if you're able to distract yourself.
Oh, that's part of it.
And I like what they said about how, he's used to the noise.
So first off, I love dogs, and any excuse to have a dog giving me love, the better. But at the same time, I've never feared the dentist. So although I need to go again here soon, but yeah, I don't really want to need a comfort dog.
He was trained as a puppy. That's where he was trained, within a dental office. So he's used to all the noises, the drills, I'm done talking about it because I'm starting to shake right now.
Yeah, we really liked the suction. That was a great shot. And where does that stuff go anyway?
I know. But my kids would love this. If they even had this at a pediatric dentistry just to settle them down a little bit. Because you think I don't like going to the dentist to the next level.
No. Mine, for the kids, TV's up top so the kids can watch them and stuff. So that makes the process so much
iPad kids.
Great story, Austin. Thank you, buddy.
Austin.
Okay, next up, sinkholes developing in Turkey because of a drought, ?
Decreasing rainfall and receding groundwaters have caused hundreds of sinkholes to appear in Turkey's central agricultural region. Farmers and environmental experts view it as a troubling sign of climate change. Predicting when they will happen remains uncertain. Mustafa Sik, a farmer in Karapina, experienced 2 sinkholes opening on his farmland in the past 2 years.
It's kind of really
Geologists
basically going to be the same
surveyed
one.
Six's land and found 2 more areas
go
where
away.
sinkholes could potentially form.
Several investigations were conducted in different locations. They said it could happen on the other side where the cattle are. They said it could happen there as well, but the time wasn't specified,
DuPont
whether it's
code.
the next day or 20 to 30 years from now. The exact time is uncertain. Are we worried? Of course we are very worried.
According to Fethullah Arik, a geology professor at Konya Technical University, the rate at which these sinkholes are forming in the Konya Basin has accelerated significantly. He notes that groundwater levels are receding at a rate of around 13 to 16 feet per year, compared to just over 1.5 foot per year in the early 2000s. Drought and receding groundwater are leading local farmers to dig more wells.
Holy, that
many
looks like a
unlicensed,
quarry more than a sinkhole.
further exacerbating the problem. Arik highlights the high demand for water in the Konya Basin, resulting in around 120,000 unlicensed wells compared to about 40,000 licensed ones. While these new sinkholes have not caused any casualties yet,
Outta here.
their unpredictable nature poses risks to locals' lives and belongings.
Next story. Hiker rescued from quicksand.
A man rescued after he found himself trapped in quicksand while he was hiking solo at Arches National Park. Fox 13's Chris Reed has that story.
If you grew up watching cartoons like Scooby-Doo and Bugs Bunny, you probably ended up with an ingrained fear of walking along a trail like this and ending up in quicksand. But for one person in Arches National Park, that cartoon fear became a reality.
Before this trip, I honestly thought quicksand was more of a folklore or a legend.
Austin Dirks is not a novice hiker.
I've hiked thousands of miles through the desert.
But not like the one he was hiking in Courthouse Wash at Arches National Park on Sunday.
It was my left leg that went through first. I was able to pull it out, and then I shifted all my weight to my right foot, and I sunk up to the knee. But it felt like I had stepped into concrete, and then it hardened around my leg. I couldn't even move it a millimeter.
He was thinking hypothermia was set in.
It's cold at night, and to spend it in cold water for a long period of time, that has serious consequences.
Scott Sully with Grand Canyon Search and Rescue says quicksand rescues are extremely rare. But he says what's not rare are all the times they have to go rescue hikers for any reason. There's one other quicksand rescue he knows of, a woman getting stuck for 13 hours in July 2014 on the same trail. For Dirks, it was a 2-hour ordeal stuck in a 45-degree angle.
2 hours is nuts. And also, I'm throttling
He says he
again.
was prepared with a GPS satellite messenger that was able to reach authorities with his exact location. He says the time after that message was sent was the scariest until he saw that search and rescue drone. Sully says having a way for people to locate you is one way to prepare for quicksand.
Oh.
And for any hike.
Dude, I don't get it, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out.
Emergency. As long as you don't panic and stay put.
We would really rather just, if you need to call 911, hit the SOS button on your satellite device if you have it, because that will tell us exactly where you're at.
Sully and Dirk say because it's rare, there isn't any good advice to avoid quicksand catastrophes. But you should be aware of the possibility if you're going into an area where the ground looks like it has moisture. The best advice is carry the essentials and make
we're
sure
cleared.
someone knows where
Green,
you are.
we're green.
Dirk says he's thankful for
Hold
both
on.
his locator and his rescuers.
I realize that's the closest I've ever come to dying. I mean, I literally owe my life to them.
From St. George, Chris Reed, Fox 13 News, Utah.
And we are joined live now by that reporter, Chris Reed from Fox 13 in Utah. Thanks for being here.
A pleasure, Shannon.
So that was a very interesting story. I mean, I
That's
don't
a
know
sick
about you,
backdrop.
But, most people in our newsroom, at least, they were saying quicksand is something you really only see in cartoons. We don't hear a lot about people actually experiencing it in real life.
Dude.
Is this something you see a lot around your area in Utah?
Well, thankfully, and yes, you know, we all grew up with the cartoons of.
Okay, as much as I wanted to let this keep going, since I'm throttling, let's just push through. We got 3 more. This next one, Golden Retriever Argentina world record is what I have written down.
A wave of golden fur has swept through Argentina. Nearly 2,400 golden retrievers gathered in a Buenos Aires park, and organizers say it's the largest golden retriever meetup ever. In Buenos Aires, thousands of golden retrievers barking, pantsing, and posing in the city's iconic Bosque de Palermo Park. Owners traveled from across Argentina, turning the grassy fields into a sea of bright yellow fur. A noisy, joyful, tail-wagging world record attempt that turned the city into a symphony of woofs.
We're witnessing something historic, not only for me and the goal we set ourselves, but for Argentina. A gathering this big has never been held, and I think being able to break the record held by Vancouver of 1,685 golden retrievers will be something historic. And if you look around, we did it 100%.
Lo logramos 100%. Families spread picnic blankets. Kids darted from one dog to another, and selfie seekers lined up.
I mean, we got to get 2,400 somewhere, surely.
For pictures under the summer sun. Many Goldens arrived dressed for the occasion. Dogs were seen wearing football jerseys, national flags, and even tutus and stars.
Dude, there are almost 2,400 of them. At least 30 of them had Messi jerseys.
Star Wars bandanas.
No.
They are eternally puppies and are very intelligent. They listen well. They obey, learn quickly, and are truly beautiful. Basically, they are very cute as puppies, as adults, and as seniors.
After hours of tallying, the number was official: 2,397 golden retrievers, easily beating last year's Vancouver record of 1,685 golden retrievers. Some owners feared chaos, but quickly realized the dogs lived up to their gentle reputation. For all the latest news, download the WeOn app and subscribe.
Okay, we're also stabilizing. So the second to last story for this first news day, which went very smoothly for the first 75%, a little stuttery down the stretch, but hopefully we can get clean here. Drones sneaking contraband.
What you're seeing here is real surveillance video of what officials call drone drops. Watch drones.
Now, yes. Earlier I showed the story about Walmart's drone delivery system. I wanted to tether these together, but one was Instagram, one was here. Anywho.
Operated by organized crime rings flying over prisons, dropping down dangerous contraband. And authorities say drops like these can have a surprising connection to scam calls like this.
Hello, this is Sergeant Christopher with the Potawatomi County Sheriff's Office.
The voicemail sounds normal enough. A man calling an Iowa dentist claiming to be from the local sheriff's office, saying he needs to talk.
I have some legal document that requires your immediate attention. So at your earliest convenience, contact me back.
Even the phone number on the screen shows the caller ID as the local sheriff's office. But
that's
in reality,
sketchy.
We were able to trace this all back to a person inside of the Calhoun State Prison in Georgia.
Incredibly,
that is so
an
sketchy.
Inmate behind bars in a prison more than 1,000 miles away, operating a sophisticated scam using phones delivered by drones, targeting multiple women in healthcare in Iowa and other states, according to records obtained by ABC News.
Drones sneaking phones, and then they call people, and the caller ID even shows the sheriff.
A lot of these ladies that got scammed, these doctors and nurses throughout Iowa, in a span of 3 days, these guys scammed about $530,000.
The scammers telling them they failed to appear in court as expert witnesses and told to pay a fine.
This was a very well planned scheme. They were able to research people, find out about them, So they knew who to scam, who had money.
The inmate then working with associates on the outside to impersonate law enforcement and meet the women, even providing receipts like this one to collect the money. Authorities say this scam was only possible because of the escalating threat. Drones dropping contraband into prison yards.
It could be anywhere from tobacco, cell phones, drugs, tools.
It's a criminal operation that is increasingly putting authorities on the defensive.
We're under attack every single day when it comes to combating this issue.
In Georgia,
yeah, but as a neutral here, we're more worried about the phones that lead to scams.
One drone incident just last month, the most ever. And just this
Let
week,
them get a joint here and there, drone dropped. Who am I to judge? But don't have them have phones that scam me. No
in
scam.
South Carolina, a drone even delivering steak and crab leg with drugs to one prison yard.
Wow.
In that same state, one inmate escaping from a maximum security prison using wire cutters. Authorities say were dropped in by a drone.
It is a serious, evolving, and not an imminent threat. It is immediate. We are in the throes of it right now.
Now, the FAA considers drones registered aircraft, which means prison officers can only stand by and watch. Most authorities cannot shoot them down, but a solution could be on the horizon, guys. And coming weeks, Congress is expected to pass legislation that will give correctional facilities the authority to counter these drones. I'll say it takes a lot to surprise me.
But this one sure did.
This one really did.
You never would have expected
Right?
this for drones. Deliveries to homes, but not
I know,
prisons.
that video's crazy.
Wow.
Let it not get lost that their ability to, when calling somebody, have the caller ID not only show up not as unknown or some random number, but any particular county sheriff's office. That's crazy. That is what I saw. What
document that requires your immediate attention. So at your earliest convenience, contact me back.
Even the phone number on the
Wait, and this is like apparently the fake message. I have some legal document that requires your immediate attention.
So at your earliest convenience, contact me back.
Even the phone number on the screen shows the caller ID as the local sheriff's office. But in reality,
We were able to trace this.
That's wicked. That is wicked. Be vigilant out there, people. Okay, and on the final story of Newsday, as we throttle yet again, final story of Newsday, 104-year-old vet plays the national anthem. We're dropping frames.
The colors are presented by the U.S. Customs
We're back.
and Border Protection
Do it for the
Honor
vet,
Guard.
Internet. Do it for the vet.
And here to perform our national anthem, please welcome 104-year-old World War II Army veteran, Staff Sergeant Dominic Critelli.
Yo no say, man. Just yo no say. Come on, just don't throttle. This is the last one, please. Juice us. This is sabotage from the highest cosmos. Well, I like how he's got his flexing his age as the jersey number. This is sick. He is nice slowed down rendition too. Probably has to. Dude, so dope. Look at him go. Oh my. Dude, incredible. I'm so bummed my internet's throttling. That's insanely dope.
Staff Sergeant
Look at him hold the note. You go, King. Oh, and the smile. Oh, that's so sick. I love that. I love that. Yo, to even get through the whole thing. To even get through the whole thing at his age is impressive. To do it that well, like that is a genuinely dope performance of it. And he crushes the ending. Walk us home, Gramps. Dude, walk us home with that note. God, I wish I wasn't throttling so bad. Dude, he literally walked us home. Like a late, rainy night in New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, Staff Sergeant Dominic Critelli.
So good. So good. I mean, it's just... My VOD's gonna have this at low quality. Yeah, I was hoping to fight through it, but I guess I'm gonna have to end stream because my internet hates me or whatever is the reason I'm still throttling. So I'm gonna call it. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you so much for being here. Hope the parts where it was smooth were enjoyable. I thought this was a very good news day, if not hampered from throttling. But yeah, y'all have a good rest of your night.